Okay, so what if I told you that one of the most overlooked, kind of taken for granted professions is right in the middle of a golden age of opportunity? Today, we're going to dig into the surprising paradox in the world of plumbing, an industry we basically ignore until we can't, and one that's facing an economic shift you're definitely going to want to know about.
All right, here's how we'll break it down. First, we'll get to the bottom of this paradox that's at the heart of the industry. Then, we're going to investigate the huge worker shortage causing it, and of course, follow the money to see the incredible opportunity this is creating. We'll even see it in action with a case study from the Texas boom. Check out how technology is making the trade future-proof, and then wrap it all up with your final takeaway.
So, let's just frame the puzzle here. You've got this multi-billion-dollar industry that is absolutely fundamental to our modern lives. I mean, completely essential. But just beneath the surface, it's facing this massive and growing challenge that, really affects all of us.
No, seriously, think about it. For most of us, the answer is probably something like, the last time my sink was totally clogged, or when the water heater decided to give up. It's that classic case of out of sight, out of mind. And yet, this entire invisible system of clean water and sanitation, it underpins pretty much every part of our daily health and comfort.
And we are not talking about a small-time industry. This thing is a massive economic engine. It's projected to hit nearly $170 billion in the U.S. alone by 2025. That's driven by everything from brand new construction to, well, those middle-of-the-night emergency repairs. But here's the paradox. For an industry this vital and this valuable, it's struggling to find its single most crucial component: skilled people.
So that paradox, it brings us right to the core of the problem, which, funny enough, is also the seed of the opportunity. And that is a great worker shortage. Demand is just booming, but the industry, it just can't find enough skilled hands to do the work.
And the scale of this shortage is, well, it's staggering. Projections are showing that the U.S. could be short by 500,000 plumbers by 2027. This isn't just a small gap, you guys. It's a chasm. It's a gap that affects everything from how fast new houses can be built to how long you might be waiting for a simple repair. So, where did everyone go?
Well, a huge part of the answer is pretty simple: demographics. The workforce is aging out. Right now, nearly a quarter, 1 out of every 4 plumbers in the U.S. is over the age of 55. That means a massive wave of experience and expertise is heading straight for retirement.
And this statistic, this is truly alarming. For every 5 skilled plumbers who are hanging up their tools for good, only 1 new person is starting an apprenticeship to replace them. That's not just a leaky faucet. It's like a floodgate opening, draining the entire industry of talent way faster than it can ever be replenished.
And whenever you have a massive shortage in a critical industry, Basic Economics 101 tells you exactly what happens next. You just have to follow the money.
It is the most fundamental rule of economics, right? When demand for a certain skill is incredibly high and the supply of people who have that skill is incredibly low, the value of that skill just goes through the roof. And that translates directly into higher wages, way better job security, and a whole lot more bargaining power for the folks in the trade.
And you can see that value right here. The median annual wage for a plumber in 2024 was almost $63,000, which is already well above the median for all jobs. But check out the high end. The top 10% of plumbers, they're earning over $105,000 a year. This isn't just a job, it's a high-earning career path, and it's being forged by simple scarcity.
Now, national averages are one thing, but this story gets even more intense when you zoom in on high-growth areas. So let's make this concrete and take a look at the boom that's happening right now in Texas.
Okay, so while the national job growth for plumbers is a healthy 4%, not bad at all, look at Texas. It's expecting over 13% growth. That is more than 3 times the national average. Why? Well, a massive population influx and a nonstop construction boom are creating this kind of supercharged demand for skilled trades.
But here's where it gets really interesting. That statewide average wage, it can be a little misleading. Because when you zoom in on a major metro area like Houston, where the labor shortage is really being felt, that intense local demand pushes wages way higher. We're talking into the $65,000 to $70,000 range, well above the national average. This is the shortage in action, right at the local level.
So we've laid out the problem, and we've seen the immediate financial opportunity. But this isn't just a story about an old trade. What makes this a true golden age is that plumbing itself is evolving, and it's building a career for the future.
I mean, the plumber of today and tomorrow is basically a tech professional. They're installing smart systems with leak detection sensors. They're working on water-efficient and sustainable tech, like gray water recycling. They're using new, more durable materials like PEX tubing. And on top of all that, the business side of things is going digital, with online booking and marketing becoming standard. This is a trade that now requires continuous learning and adaptation. It's pretty cool.
So, after seeing the paradox, the shortage, the money, and the future, what's the big picture here? What is the real takeaway from all of this? It really just boils down to these three things. First, in a world full of economic uncertainty, the constant demand for this essential service provides unmatched job security. Second, the basic economics of the worker shortage have created some seriously strong earning potential. And third, the trade is evolving, which means you're not just learning a job for today, you're building a set of future-proof skills that blend hands-on work with modern tech.
And that kind of leaves us with the final thought. We hear so much about disruption and automation, but this whole story about plumbing, it really reveals a different side of the economy. It makes you ask, in a world that is defined by constant change, what is the true, lasting value of a skill that everybody needs but so few actually possess?